Welcome back to Let's Play Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. Last time, we were wandering around in, that giant skull pit that had to do with Nupraptor. And we're trying to figure out usages for, the Constrict ability that Duma left us. But first, I would like to address not so much the elephant in the room, but something that has been bugging me. See, it seems I got myself my own personal case of the Mandela effect, which I don't truly believe in. To be clear, I'm just baffled how I could have gotten this one wrong, because for weeks I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world that the logo for this compilation, well, the compilation this is a part of, referred to the game as Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1+2 Remastered. It was just the most boring, clinical thing I had seen in a very long time. Like, at least Halo called it the Master Chief Collection, and the Chief wasn't even in all of those games. I just couldn't understand why they would use a plus instead of just, even just calling it the Soul Reaver Collection. Like, there's only 2 of them. You don't need to specify that. Except that, as we can clearly see here, as we could clearly see in the footage that came out of the first episode, though I still maintain that it didn't say that while I was recording, it clearly says Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 ampersand 2 Remastered. So they did use an and. But that does raise the question of why I thought it was a plus in the first place. On the other hand, one thing they definitely do with the logo is write the S in the strangest way I've ever seen. Justin, it's like they separated the top and bottom halves of the S in soul and then put a ring in the middle of it, so it looks like a tiny O with 2 fish hooks coming out of it. Strange. Speaking of Justin Jones, as I, move away from the ampersand that was not a plus, shout out to Justin Jones, who says, when you figured out that you could lure Dumas out of his boss room, I correctly assumed that you were going to finish the battle this episode. It reminds me of a battle from Final Fantasy IV, where the main character has to battle his own reflection. Ah, yes, I really liked that game. Honestly, it's one of the most badass characters named Cecil I've ever encountered. Which it really isn't saying much. Yes, the main character has to battle his own reflection. The trick is not to fight, and if you did attack him, he would counter with a really nasty dark elemental attack. It was my buddy at the time that figured out that you don't fight, and just sit there for a couple turns, healing when necessary. And shout out to Derek Floyd, who says, who replies to this, saying Final Fantasy V had another boss with that gimmick. You go to the sunken Tower of Walsay and find famed mimic Gogo, who says he's going to do everything you do. He responds to hostility with max damage attacks, so the trick is to do nothing until he concedes that you're a better mimic. That's very silly. Sorry about that, but I love my cat, but I swear she demands attention more because I'm behind schedule and trying to get back into it. Oh, and somehow I'm in the old graphics. Must have fumbled the controller. It's better. And, as I head off, shout out to Elthwar, who says on the same subject of Dumas and his ridiculous mechanics, personally, I do like boss fights that involve fleeing in order to lure them into a trap. So this fight appeals to me, even though I get that it is frustrating to figure out where to lead the boss. Plus, I think being able to set up the traps yourself is pretty important, getting the player into the mindset for that kind of fight. I think part of the problem is that every other boss sealed the doors to the room, so I don't know if that would even occur to me back in the day. Like this one, it's like, well, this clearly isn't working. Maybe I missed something and I left and he came with me. So yeah, I feel like if traps were a thing in this game, that would be much easier to figure out. Oh yes, also that ability is just as frustrating to use as it was to figure out the mechanics of the fight. Oh boy. What a hot mess. Let's see. Last I get to go to... Huh, I thought it was like the second one before these. How weird. That's weird. They put the, I don't know what those are called. They'll put the portal spot back on the opposite side as the hallway out. You see, there the thing hitched up as I'm leaving the portal room. Instead of flying across the universe, the camera just kind of stayed where it was. Imagine that. I peeked, and I still don't know what I meant to do with the rock on top of this climbing wall. Oh, right, you don't jump up when you hit A, you just jump off. You cannot do the thing from, you know, God of War and Zelda where you jump to speed up at the cost of stamina. And I still don't understand why I can't just climb to the side since I'm right up at the top and stick my goddamn hand up there. Like you're practically touching it now. Good thing my knees are already dead. I see you over there. Oh God. Sorry, it's just really occurred to me for the first time exactly how unpleasant it would be to cause someone standing right in front of you, even an evil monster, to violently explode. And that was a zombie. In-universe, Raziel is covered in zombie guts right now. And they're already decayed, so, you know, that double sucks. Apparently I had to jump in here. I thought I already went in here. There is a whole dungeon inside this skull. It was just the outside portion, I guess. Or, wait, maybe they built a dungeon here because there was a giant skull there. Apparently that whole area outside, at least, is a reference to, I guess one of the dungeons in Blood Omen ended with that region, where you climb up to the very top and get a great view of Nosgoth, and then you have a boss fight with Nupraptor. Nupraptor? I'm gonna stick with Nupraptor. None of this looks familiar to me, but as you know, I have the sense of direction of a man unconscious. Oh. Oh, well, he's not my problem anymore either way. On the other hand, I am damaged. I should kill him and eat him. Oh, wait, there's nothing here to do that with, is there? Did he just randomly die? Oh, I see. Ha! I'm not even mad. That was impressive. I don't have anything here to kill him with. Okay, you know what? That is a real drawback of this game. I'm surprised that guy didn't get all territorial and pissed off. Oi, these are my souls, you can't have them. Oh, wait. Oh, now I feel bad. That one is just warming his hands by the blue fire. Oh well, now you get to be free. I mean, being someone has got to be better than being no one and being intangible. Alright, where the fuck? Clearly underestimated this place's ability to annoy me. I find it very interesting that, Raziel and his brothers all looked more or less human, just with really pale skin and the wrong number of digits 500 years ago. Now they're all horrifically mutated monsters, and Kain looks exactly the same. I mean, yeah, he was already more mutated than they were, but... yeah, he already looked more mutated than the others, you know, his fledglings, but... nope, wrong trigger. Shoot these boarded up pieces of wood. In some games, that's shorthand for this wood is weak. Boarded up, tied up with ropes. I can go up there. There isn't like an obvious out that I'm not seeing over there, is there? Well, either way, I'm somewhere now. For God's sake. Well, I know these things change shape and size, so let me get on the wood here and... oh, they really want me up there. Ah! Drama walk to make sure I don't fall off the plank. Ooh, even better. I can become physical over there. It's sort of the most warping I've ever seen between realms. I mean, this platform became just flat out smaller. Well, since I am on the same platform, what am I missing? Is that a building right there? Can I see a hole in the top of that? Maybe. All right. Now what? Can I climb that? No. Oh. Oh, no, that doesn't work either. I would have to... yeah, doing that. Because I could go up here, and technically, if I were to switch over now, it would bring it back. It'll bring this one up here, make that one more than a stub, so I can climb on it. Except I can't. I'm not, you know, in the spot. Can I get up there? Yes, but I'll have to finagle that. There we go. Okay, what about this one? I can't quite tell because the camera is up my ass, or more accurately, in my ear. Ooh. Something about the textures in this makes my depth perception feel off. Or at least that's my excuse, where I'm always jumping just in front of the things I want to grab. Is that a very energetic zombie? Up you go. Achievement unlocked: double impact. Kill 2 vampires with force glyph. I hit him with a fireball and he went flying backwards onto a spike. I wonder if I can lure that guy into the sun. Hey, he doesn't care that it's raining either. Oh. Well, now I've got to. Oh. No. You're going in the sun and you're gonna like it. Maybe this sunlight isn't strong enough. Clearly, it isn't. Alright, plan B. Tell you what. I find it funny that these guys have more self-preservation than the orc guys because they dodge. Off you go. Maybe. No. I didn't enjoy that, certainly. I have no idea if I'm going in the right direction, for the record. Oh, that's a helpful camera angle, thank you. That was sarcasm, Justin. It pointed straight down while I was crossing a canyon. Oh. Shit, I guess I was meant to go over there? I didn't think that would work, but, you know, worth a shot. Oh, there's no floor there. I was thinking I could jump over. Oh, who builds a... I guess everybody builds a balcony over just part of the side of a building. Fine. Oh! That was a big hitch. The fuck? We've got, like, Egyptian hieroglyphs on the walls here. Looks like people suffering under rain or lightning. Here's a statue of a giant armored man with a hammer. Kneeling before a pedestal with 3 symbols on it that I don't recognize. Wait. That little one at the bottom is just straight up pi. Huh. Like Pi, the mathematical symbol, not, you know, pi. Looks like someone stole the blocks I was supposed to use here. Mana. How do I do that? Alright, I think I have an idea here. I don't like that it has a big spiral on the side of it, like a primitive carving to reference the Elder God. butts. Can I do this without breaking it? I think so. Oh, interesting. Oh dear. It looks like I'm meant to finish the gaps in the murals on the wall with these, blocks. Although they're not big, fancy murals like the first time I did that. It's like background stuff. A spiral that unwinds and wraps around these people who look like they're unhappy. Get off the fucking spot and... that one appears to be feeding off of it. They've all tilted their heads back with mouths open as little points of the spiral point at them. Is the spiral a wrapped up bundle of tentacles? God damn it. Is this like the people became dependent on the Elder God or something? What did it look like originally? Pretty much the same thing, but pixelated. Okay, you know what? No souls. Where the hell in the ethereal are there no souls? Why do the blocks look more gold on this side? Great! There are a bunch of those, thin spots that you portal back from. I say portal back from, you just kind of transfer. We'll just call them transfer points, fine. There's a bunch of them in this, little temple area. Which is on this side. Very little. Let's give this a shot. Oh, I can't do that while I'm here. Right. Fortunately, I have been faffing around long enough that even without souls, I have regenerated. I wonder why you don't hear it when it's spiritual. Maybe it's just a part of your soul at that point, rather than an actual energy projection. No, actually, it doesn't fit here, does it? Oh, wait, maybe. Yeah. This guy's just got a really weirdly shaped head, that's all. Here I need... For fuck's sake! These pillars in the foreground keep getting in the way. I need to rotate these blocks because only one side of each of them has a picture on it. So I need to separate them and get a look at them. Okay, let me see. Just the very front end of a dude's face, a tentacle running along the top, that same dude's hand just below his face, another tentacle right below that, and maybe the very, very edge of that guy's knee. The one in front of the other guy. Let's see. Ooh. I think it's this one. Let me see here. Yes, and then I tilt it this way. And then this way. Okay. Just move that the fuck out of the way. Cool. Where is the next gap? Not in this room. So we'll need to get them all out here. And then I'm looking for whatever is directly attached to this first spiral. Chicola. Oh! A dude coming out of the spiral. I don't know what other stuff about the tentacles going towards people's mouths is, but this is the cycle of reincarnation. Oh, that guy's not climbing into it at this end, it's just the same image reversed. Fine, but still. Maybe it does represent that 1999 ease. This one, I think, was the second guy to appear, laughing hysterically. Yes! Okay. How am I going to get it downstairs? There's a lip right there. Well, I'd say this is a problem for future BDF, except that all I'm going to be doing between now and then is an outro, writing out the description of this episode in a text file so I don't forget, and, you know, for the YouTube submission box and all that. Oh, and doing an intro. And then it will be my problem. So, don't love that. I'm BurningDogFace, and I will see you in the next episode of Let's Play Soul Reaver, when we, fix all this mess, put the temple back together, and find out what weird gift this one wants to give me. Maybe it'll be a glyph that turns people into cheese. I don't fucking know. Let's find out! Ahem. Later.